so hot already. It's 10 a.m. and seems like Cuiaba, the city I'm in. The coldest month is still like 32 degrees average. It's totally different heat as well to further south in Bonito, and yeah, it's going to be a warm day as I drive to Bolivia. It's 4 hours until the border. I'm just packing up my stuff and about to go. Last day in Brazil for a while.
Before I left Brazil though, and before I left the big city, I had to get my tyres changed. I didn't have to, the old ones were still in pretty good condition, but I knew that the roads in Bolivia might be getting a bit more rough, and therefore I needed something suitable for the job. And these guys in Cuiaba definitely knew what they were doing. So finally I left Cuiaba, passed through Tyres, the last city before the border, and then the last little drive up to the border.
Simple. Left to Bolivia, that's where we're going.
The last roads in Brazil weren't particularly exciting, just some farms here and there. But finally I arrived at the border, ready to go through customs and immigration. At the time I passed it, I thought that that white building right there might have been customs. There was a big sign saying there, but it looked really closed, so I just carried on a little bit just to check.
Frontera, Bolivia, Brazil, and just up ahead the road changes very quickly, but I've not been able to leave Brazil properly with checking my papers and passport and stuff, so I'm gonna have to go back and hope that it's open, because it did not look like it was open just now.
I don't know what happened with the audio on this part of the video. Some reason it's basically inaudible, so I'll have to tell you what I'm saying. So I turned back and went to the customs building that looked closed and was indeed closed. A security guard was there and told me that it had already closed some half an hour ago. He also told me though that this was just customs and that immigration was a whole hour's drive back to Tyres, the last city that I had just passed through before. So, at the end of the day already, I was going to have to drive back to Tyres, stay the night there, and then get up really early the next morning to pass through immigration in Tyres, then drive a whole hour back to customs here, and finally enter into Bolivia. However, I had a long day of driving to do, so I was going to have to really try and be the first one in the immigration queue, the first one in the customs. Back to Tyres. And here we are the next day. This time the gates are open. Immigration in Tyres was really easy, very, very straightforward to leave Brazil. Just had to go through customs here, which I didn't expect to be particularly difficult either.
Okay. Second attempt at leaving Brazil. Okay, we're all done at customs. Easy. We'll go for the last little bit to Bolivia. I say last little bit. It's about 100 meters. Goodbye, Brazil. Frontera, Bolivia, Brazil. And immediately the road changes. And I think this is the kind of road I'm going to have for the rest of the day. Hola, konnichiwa. Gracias. That was easy. Wow, cool castle. What a start to Bolivia. Alright, immigration done, super easy. Got to get to customs now, fill up with petrol, and that's about it, and then get going. It's a long drive today. Like I've got 7 hours more driving on terrible roads as well, but maybe more exciting is that this town is supposed to be one of the most dangerous border towns. If you Google it, San Matias. It's going to be fine, I'm sure. I've got to go into the center to get to the customs aduana place and get some petrol, but I don't think I'm going to see anything too crazy or crazy at all.
And here I am arriving at customs, and you get to hear me pretending that I can speak Spanish.
Hola, señor.
Buen día.
Buen día.
¿Ya pasó a migraciones?
Foi Brasil entrar a Bolivia.
¿Quiere entrar?
Sí.
Tiene que ir migración primero, después.
Sí,
Ya,
sí.
ya fue.
Ya.
Ya. Está bueno. Vamos a pasar recitos.
Ok.
Le voy a tomar una fotito y su licencia. ¿Ya?
Ajá.
Eso ahí. Permíteme su licencia de conducir, por favor. Solo licencia. Después allá a la oficina va a pasar todo.
Ajá.
Allá es todo. Aquí.
And as expected, customs was not too difficult. I was out in 10 minutes, and passing through the town was non-eventful as well. And then onto the road, a mere 300 kilometers on this dusty, rocky, bumpy, sandy track that seemed to never end. It really was absolutely exhausting going down this road. You can see how much the handlebars shake going over every bump. And those bumps were going through my hands, through my arms. My whole body was working every second. It's physically and mentally exhausting doing this.
I'm not. And still got like 5 hours driving. Puente Rosana. We're about to cross. Longest bridge so far. It's good. But yeah, thank you. All right, I don't know whether the camera can even see me. Much later, I'm still on this
spectacular road. It's not spectacular, is it? It's just the same dirt track. I don't mind dirt tracks, right? But it's just never-ending trees either side. It's not particularly interesting. But there's a problem, right? It's dark. It's another hour and a half to San Ignacio, and where there are proper roads, there's shops and places to sleep. But look at it. Let me turn the lights on. Yeah, a bit of a blurry haze. Yeah, that's the best that we're doing. I'm going like 35 kilometers an hour. That's like 20 miles an hour. So I really have to find somewhere to stop and stay the night. Let's see how that goes. As soon as I find anywhere. I can't stop on the side of the road here. It's impossible to put a tent up. So I've just got to find some kind of farm or something. There's been a few along the way, so I will find something, but whether I'm asking someone or just putting a tent up in any space I can, we'll have to see. Yay. Found somewhere to stay, and I can't believe that I've actually found a place to stay. I thought I'd be in the tent, but I passed a couple of places that looked like they were the entrance to someone's place, but then I was kind of thinking, well, if I just park on this random, I can't see where that place is, and if I park near the road, are they going to come and discover me in the middle of the night? And I don't know. So I just kept driving, and then suddenly I come to this little village, and I can't believe Santiago kindly let me stay at his guest house. I mean, let me stay. Here we are. It's basic, and I've just been to see the bathroom, but my God, I will have a shower. So we'll see how that goes. It's only just gone 5 a.m. So trying to be quiet, not to wake everyone up, although there's various animals helping out, and just gonna have a shower now. That's a lot better. It's goodbye to this amazing place. Ready?